Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Minecraft video. My name is Brennan B. Rich, and today we are, as you see in the title, going to be fighting a creeper and getting lots of wood. That's why I'm the Axe Man. So, no joke on Axe Man. He's actually a really great YouTuber if you guys want to go check that out, the Axe Man. Definitely recommend him. But yeah, anyways, we're going to get right into this. So, I was going down into my area, and then all of a sudden I saw, well, you'll see. Whew, glad that's over. Anyways, don't mind me killing that witch. Now I'm just going to go get buttloads of wood. So, yes, I have a diamond axe, and if you can enchant it with efficiency and unbreaking, that is perfect. But otherwise, it's fine. Don't try mining wood with your hand, because it will take eons and centuries. But yes, my favorite two trees in the game to mine are definitely these dark ones that you're seeing. I don't know what they're called. They're the same wood as what you would find in a snow biome, I believe. They're both dark wood. The only difference is these trees they have a lot of wood clumped together, whereas the oak trees are sporadic as heck. As you can see, they just have random placements, and they're very high and really random. Sometimes they have to be really low. And my other favorite is the spruce, or I guess, no, not spruce, sorry. Spruce is dark wood. Birch, the white wood. I like the birch trees because they're on average 5 to 7 blocks high, which is the perfect height for you to mine. So, yes, these spruce and the birch trees, the white ones, are my favorite because they're quick and easy, give you plenty of wood right away, whereas oak trees and the tall birch trees that you'd see in snow biomes take forever to mine. So, yeah, this is definitely the fastest method. The nice thing about deforestation is you can make your area flat and you can see everything, and you can get loads of wood at the same time. What I like to do is I like to try and get chest loads of wood right away, so I don't have to worry about getting wood for months. And I'm talking real life months, because I kind of hate mining wood, I won't lie. It's annoying. I mean, your pickaxe, once it mines past a piece of wood, it'll hit a leaf, and then it'll use a use of your axe, and those add up over time. So yeah, I just like to try and get wood out of the way as fast as possible. So deforesting the area and making it flat is a high priority for me shortly after strip mining and getting a lot of good resources. I like to try and make my area flat. This world, I'm trying to play catch up with the other one, it being Phoenix, and so I just try to get a lot of wood in the close vicinity to clear out the area. Originally, with this world, I was actually going to try and make a forest city, where I would build buildings that blended in with the city and tree houses and so forth. Because I had some friends show me their world, and they made these really cool houses and stuff, and it was gorgeous, like the detail, and it was immaculate. And unfortunately, that's just not the way I build, and I tried to force it, but it didn't feel right. I'm a big projects kind of guy. I like to build big buildings, big places. I like to have lots of open space and so forth. So people then ask me, why don't you just go to creative mode in a flat world? Well, because I like to work for it, okay? Is there anything wrong with that? But yeah, I just like to go mining for these things. I mean, there's just something satisfying about breaking a block with a tool you made and collecting that block and putting it in a chest. I can't explain it. It's just, in creative mode, you just whip something out of your ass and go to town. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not hating on it. My creative used to be my favorite growing up, but survival just has this whole thing to it that creative doesn't, and some people just prefer other things. And me personally, I prefer survival because there is an essence of challenge and an essence of adventure, and, you know, it just doesn't feel cheap. And, you know, if I was going to build, like, freaking Hogwarts castle, yeah, maybe I would do that in creative, but I like to do things in survival a lot, especially stuff like this. It's just really fun to watch all the trees, like, fall apart, too, and you get to collect all the droppings and stuff. There's just a lot of fun things about it. But yeah, tree cutting is definitely not one of my favorite things to do in the game, so I try to do it all at once so I don't have to worry about it for a while. And you may think a chest full of wood is a lot, but it's really not. I mean, if you think about all the tools you're going to go through, and if you think about all the chests and crafting tables and so forth you're going to have to make, and then all the fences and all the doors and all the bookshelves, I mean, wood is used for literally everything. So, the 3 most important things to do when you start a world is, first, build a house, because there's no place like home. Without it, it's going to feel like an empty world. 2, strip mine. Get resources first. Of course, you're going to have to get a little bit of wood to make the tools to get the resources, but yeah, just get the bare minimum you need for wood, for torches, and so forth. But then, I say, after you get enough resources, just go to town and get as much wood as you can so you don't have to worry about it ever again. And those are basically my 3 tips to starting a world. The first 3 things, of course, I mean, there's limitless things you can do otherwise, but those are the 3 main priorities in my opinion. And then, of course, getting an experience farm would be number 4 for me, but before you do that, you have to go to, like, the Nether and end, usually, to get the stuff you need for it. With the Guardian farm that I'm going to show you guys in later episodes, luckily, you only need the Nether for that. You actually don't need to go to the end for that stuff. But yeah, so that's what's nice about it. And, of course, you have to find an ocean monument. As you can see here, this is a village that was right next to the area that I live in right now. So I decided to go raid it of all of their goods. Carrots, potatoes, if they have watermelon, lucky. You can find pumpkins in the wild actually pretty commonly. And usually these guys will have wheat too. If not, just cut some grass and find some seeds. I like to try and make a farm in every world just because, you know, it's fun to do. Why the heck not? Unfortunately, a bunch of these villagers turned into zombies, so I'm not going to have too many villagers to work with. But it's okay because down the road I am going to build a villager farm and I will show you guys how to do so. All you need is 2 villagers and that's it. The only way to transport them, though, that I found is boat. And you can do minecart and rail, but that's expensive as heck. And boats are actually pretty quick if you know how to do it right. So, killing that donkey just to get some of that leather. Leather is well, I think leather is one of the hardest and most rare resources in the game. Yes, cows and horses are common. But if you think about it, I mean, they don't give you leather every time you kill them, and you have to go find the animals manually. There's no, like, underground leather or anything, and you can't really make leather. The only way to make leather is to get rabbit hide, and you have to kill 4 of those just to make 1 leather. So, to me, leather is one of the more difficult resources to obtain, especially in high quantities. Like, it's not hard to obtain in general, but to get a lot quick, that requires a lot of time to get a lot of leather, and leather is used for many things. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm making my farm now. Do not follow my video that I've created here. This is a beginner's farm for so many reasons. First, I didn't put the water in at first. I just started using the hoe right away like an idiot. And second off, water sources will actually power up to 2 to 3 blocks. What I mean by that is you'll notice that some of the blocks that I used my hoe on are lighter and some are darker. Well, the darker ones are fertile soil. The stuff will grow better there, faster, and it just looks better. Whereas see, as you can see, some of the blocks are like starting to undo themselves because there's not a water source. So first you need to put the water down. As you can see here, I'm getting these buckets and just placing them side by side. This is honestly the most tedious thing about farming, is putting these water sources down. But it helps if they don't even all have to be water sources. Like, it could be running water, and you could have it at its lowest point before it ends, and it would still supply the water necessary for the farm. But I like to make it look nice, so I go the extra mile and try to make every single block in these 1x1s a source block. So, but yeah, you can have running water that'll still be able to plant your crops next to it. But yeah, as you can see, some of them are darker and lighter. The dark ones are because the water source is next to it. So you could actually have a dark water source block up to 3 blocks away from the original water source, and I'm only doing it 1 block away, so I'm wasting a lot of precious space for plants and instead filling it with water where I don't need to. So yeah, this is definitely beginner stuff here. Stuff's not organized because I'm just starting, and I'm gonna try and make a little roof here if I can. It's nothing special, but I call it home for now. But yeah, that's my biggest regret about the beginning of this world, is I didn't make a house first, and I learned from this world that building a house is one of the most important things you can do, because if it doesn't feel like home, you're not going to be, you know, the most important thing about a world is that you're committed to it and that you are enjoying it and loving it, because you're going to be spending a lot of time in it, and if you don't have a home to call it, then you're not going to love it and cherish it like you should. Maybe I'm just taking it too far. It is just a game after all, but considering all the things you can do in it, I do recommend building a house pretty soon. So, yes, get wood, build a house, all that good stuff. I like to put doors on the outside because of monsters and so forth. They can get to you pretty good. The house looks terrible. I'm using cobblestone, dirt, a whole bunch of other blocks. It's bad. But anyways, Bones are useful for bone meal mainly, and white dye, but mainly bone meal. Bone meal is the most useful in my opinion. I'm trying to get these sugar cane built as fast as I can because down the road I want to trade villagers for paper and so forth. So that's why I'm using the bone meal and the sugar cane. Give me 2 to 3 immediately. So fastest way to get the plants right away. Sugar cane is one of the faster growing plants in the game. Wheat, potatoes, and carrots aren't half bad either. Another fast growing plant in the game is bamboo. It's very quick. The slowest plants in the game are actually the pumpkin and the watermelon from what I've seen at first. So when you first plant a seed for a watermelon or pumpkin, it takes forever to get it. But once they're grown, they are the fastest respawning plants in the game. Like it's amazing. So a lot of patience goes a long way. Early game, terrible. Late game, good. Right now in the video, I hear a bunch of monsters to the wall, so I'm trying to listen for my way to find them. So I'm going to shut up and let you guys see if we can find them together. Oh, look at all of them. They were a lot louder in the game. I don't know if my audio was synced or not for that, but yeah, when I was playing, they were just, I heard constant monsters of all types just through the wall, and I couldn't stand it. So here I go to kill them all. Look at all of them. Oh my gosh, 2 zombie villagers, a spider, a zombie. I mean, there's so many of them. Luckily, there wasn't a creeper in the mix. That would have been bad. I think there were 7 or 8 monsters all together in this little corner. I was pretty confident because I had my armor. I definitely recommend, especially if you're going to play on hard, always have at least iron armor. Yeah, simply put, the leather armor is not going to do it. That'll wrap up this episode, ladies and gentlemen. These first few episodes are obviously going to be slower because every start to world is a little slow. I wanted to show you the tedious work, though, just to get you in the rhythm of things. And yeah, hopefully just give you an idea of these Minecraft series aren't all fun and games. I mean, it's fun. But, you know, we're going to get the highlights later on. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Axeman and the Creeper, and I hope to see you in my future videos. Until then, I hope you have a great day.